What's up, print fam? Welcome back to the print shop. This video is sponsored by firesprint.com. More about that later. I'm working late on a Friday night, currently 11:50. I was going to submit an order to one of my outsource partners, and I thought, you know what? Let's check one of the others. I usually don't order from them just because they're in Canada. But I thought, you know what? Let's just see, because this is a job that I kind of need fast. And I could print it in-house on the Konica, and I'm going to show you those numbers. And then I'm going to show you the outsource numbers. If I didn't have to rush it, it would definitely be more affordable. But because I have to rush it, then that's where things have completely skewed a different direction. So, vendor number one here, we're getting 10,000 2.5 by 3.5 16-point cards. They're printed one side with next day service. You can see they're $255 per set times 4, and then it's like $28 or something like that per set for shipping, so 107 total. I am getting a quantity discount, so that is helpful, but between that, the discount, and shipping, it's $1,129.56. Not terrible. So, like I said, not terrible. But let's look at the numbers if I printed it in-house. So it's a little bit different in-house because they really only need 8,000 of each set. So I don't have to do as much. And I actually have the wrong paper in here. So let's go select the right one. So if I were to produce this in-house, then the raw paper would cost me about $300, and then the click cost would cost me about $120, so $400 to produce it myself. The problem is I need 1,700 sheets, but my cost would be, like I said, around $400, doing all my extra mumbo jumbo to make sure I cover costs and whatnot. Then I would sell it for $2,240. If I sell the outsource job from the first vendor, I would only sell it for $2,200 and something. Math's not my strong point late at night. So the biggest downside is paper of producing it in-house. My equivalent to 16 point is 130 pound. So it would take 5 and a little bit to print this order. So I would basically be out of stock, and I bought the last 2 from Kelly Paper on Tuesday. So the downside is yes, I have enough to fulfill it, and theoretically it cost me about $400 in material. So I could beat the price by doing it internally, but then I'm out of paper. Then I can't sell other things if people need to buy stuff, and I do need to print it in-house. Say like someone who wants wedding announcements, and they only want 100. All of a sudden I've run out of paper. So that's a problem. Vendor number 2, on the other hand, is not terrible. They want $120 per set, so $480, plus to overnight it, not just like 3-day ship, but overnight it, $215. Their standard is the same as vendor number 1, but I can overnight it, and the total is only $700. And the nice thing is I don't have to do anything. So I'm gonna use vendor number 2 because it'll leave me with paper. It will be overnighted, meaning they're gonna produce it on the 11th and I'll get it the 12th. I could deliver it to my customer on the day they want, which is the 13th. Even if something happens and it ends up getting here on the 13th, it's still acceptable for me to deliver it on the 13th. Versus vendor number 1, even with paying for next day because it's now the weekend, it's not going to be produced till the 11th, and then it might be here by the 13th. So this way, I for sure, well, nothing's ever for sure, but it's also $700 versus $1130 or whatever it was. So it's a significant savings, plus it'll get here faster. So it's always a good idea to make sure you check around and have multiple sources for similar products, because sometimes one person can do it for you and another can't. So hope that helps. It was definitely interesting to me, especially like if I didn't have to overnight it, then it'd be about $600 from vendor 2. It's a couple hundred more than what it would cost me to do in-house, and then I don't have to do it. No wear and tear on my machines, no employee costs. So. But quick shout out to firesprint.com for sponsoring today's video. They are a wonderful outsourced partner. They do not provide the product that I am looking for right now, but I love Firesprint, and they are a great person to use for yard signs, banners, posters, stickers, all that fun stuff. So if you need a project done and a project done fast, they even have their fast and free, like yard signs fast and free are freaky fast and free shipping. Oh yeah. They're centrally located, which is super nice, so that anywhere in the United States, you're just usually a 2-day ship, even with their free servers. So make sure you check them out. Their link and coupon is down in the description. You can save 10% off your first order. So thank you again, Firesprint, for sponsoring today's episode. Let me know if you've ever run into such a huge difference in vendor supply, like costs for the same product. To me, this is a lot, like $700 plus being able to overnight it. Like if I didn't overnight it and was just regular shipping it, like vendor number 1 is pretty much double the cost of vendor number 2. So that's like honestly a bit shocking to me. So let me know if you've ever run into the same thing. Thanks as always, Print Fan, and we'll see you in the next one.